Welcome one, welcome all. Happy time zones. My name is Abalab. I'm a retro slash variety streamer, and today we are going to be doing a little bit of practice actually. Silent Hill 2 Remake. We're going to do our first practice speed run. Chainsaw only, no skips, no cutscenes. Mino, welcome on in. How you doing today? Just want to let y'all know that we are also doing our first integration of a heart rate monitor. Um, I do expect to see that this is going to kind of go all over the place. And a huge reason behind that is because, well, one, caffeine, and two, man, I've been having some pretty gnarly, well, I shouldn't say gnarly heartburn, but some increased heartburn. So it's not like painful or anything. It just happens to keep me coughing a lot more than I normally would. So if you start kind of seeing my heart rate spike, it may be because of the game. It may also be because of heartburn. Zoom in, absolutely correct, but absolutely correct. Um, I do want to let y'all know that part of the reason why we're doing um, this speed run is to kind of test the limits a little bit of what to expect from like a chainsaw run. Plus to also kind of get in the mindset um, and kind of that mentality of we're going to need to do our two challenge runs. Thanks to so many of y'all generous folks, we were able to complete our charity donation goal for the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and as a result of that donation goal, we are going to be doing two challenge runs in Silent Hill 2 Remake. The first one is called the Eddie challenge run, so it's going to be no flashlight, no radio, um, no handgun or shotgun or rifle until we reach a certain cutscene at the prison where Eddie is brandishing a revolver. At that point, we can then use any weapon we see fit for the purpose of a challenge run and what have you. I may want to skip out on letting us use the chainsaw for the Eddie version of the challenge run. Um, there's no kill limit or anything like that, so it just seems kind of fair to say, okay, you know what, we can kind of struggle a little bit more there. But the other challenge run that we're looking to do is called the Angela speed run, or the Angela challenge run, I should say, not speed run but challenge run, and that's going to entail more along the lines of no flashlight, no radio, melee weapons only in the entire game, and more than likely it's going to be chainsaw instead of a regular like wooden plank or steel pipe. For two reasons. One is to try to mimic the fact that Angela has a tendency to kind of run from different monsters and what have you. Understandably, speaking, considering her the context of her story, but also because when she decided to finally lash out and and more or less seek some revenge, kind of free herself from her situation, she did so in a way that way it was pretty violent, understandably. I would even say justifiably violent, and because of that, we're going to go from a standard wooden plank or a steel pipe to something a lot deadlier. And we do want to ensure that we're killing less than 200 enemies in total, um, not including bosses. So this is something that I actually have to kind of figure out is how many points are allocated for each boss. If it's just if you kill a boss, does it add one enemy death? is it multiple enemy deaths to kind of account for the fact that uh, they are bosses, or is it zero enemy or 0 points towards your enemy kill count? I have no idea, and so far I don't think I've been able to find that information. So we may end up having to kind of tease that at some point or other. But to kind of build up to all of it, we're gonna do a nice little speed run here, Silent Hill 2 remake. We're gonna do this one, no cutscenes, and no sort of like in-game skips or anything like that, if that makes any sense. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're gonna do a new game. We're gonna do New Game Plus. That's also gonna give us the chainsaw. We are gonna go chainsaw only. Since we do have chainsaw only, and it's a very, very potent weapon, we're going to go with standard on their combat here. So that'll be fine. Puzzles, standard, we're going to keep that there. Interface, we're going to keep that as default. We're going to give James a pyramid head pizza box for, for this run. And let's get started. Let's see how quickly we can do this. So I kind of partially did a speed run inadvertently during the 24-hour stream when we had our chance to go into New Game Plus and use the chainsaw. I made it a point to say, okay, you know what? I actually want to see how this holds up against like Pyramid Head, and we actually got there. That being said, I completely skipped over such things as, you know, maps. Like I just really locked in and we committed to this, so we're gonna keep that same tempo. If at all possible, we're going to try to avoid picking up maps. That's going to help speed us along just a little bit more. And we are going to try to kill as few enemies as is possible, just because it's, you know, time waste or time sink and what have you. But during this this speed run, we are going to keep the flashlight activated, just so we can kind of see where all we're going. I don't want to. I don't really want to block things out to the point where we're stumbling in the dark trying to find out like where we go next. Okay. So we get to go through all of this here. On the other side of this graveyard, we're gonna find the chainsaw. And I was actually kind of tinkering with this idea. Uh, we might actually do for a upcoming additional charity stream. This one supporting more fibromyalgia research. We're going to do a if I can figure out how to do this, we're going to do a Silent Hill 2 OG versus remake race. And I think the best way that I could pull that off is to pre-record gameplay from Silent Hill 2, the original. And I know that that sounds like really weird. Like, you know, you're gonna pre-record this. You're gonna know how much time has elapsed for that entire, you know, gameplay, and you're gonna try to, you know, beat your time. Like, that's the part that I kind of can't get around. I don't want to have that in my mind when I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and speed on through Silent Hill 2 remake. So I'm gonna try to limit how much I'm able to really like analyze the gameplay for the original. But what I'm thinking about doing is we're gonna do OG Silent Hill 2.
Anyone in here?
normal James speed run, with cutscenes, and do a live Silent Hill 2 remake speed run of James going full pyramid head here. Pizza box pyramid head, chainsaw only, with the added hindrance of cutscenes and James having to walk everywhere he goes instead of having to run. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Still kind of messing around with the idea. I think that I could actually beat my finish time for the OG, but we'll see. You never know. Never quite know. Okay, so right now we've got the chainsaw equipped. Once we get to our first enemy cutscene, where we pick up the radio and then we end up picking up the wooden plank, the game's gonna default us back to having that wooden plank. So we're gonna have to manually go into our inventory, pick up or not pick up the chainsaw, but equip the chainsaw. I think that this is one of the 2 times that you have to pick up the map in this game. We're just gonna try to avoid anything that's going to have James take time to mark up his map. There's a handful of times, especially when you're solving puzzles in this game, where James will circle an area of interest or jot down some notes or what have you, and it happens to slow him down. So we're going to try to avoid that as much as possible.
Hey, wait.
The other thing that we're gonna have to watch out for during this run is those awkward times when James is doing his Evil Dead celebration pose with a chainsaw. So if you happen to kill an enemy and you end up kind of standing there idle for a little bit, James will actually take the chainsaw, put it over his head, and just kind of do this little battle dance or what have you. Totally gets in the way of actually getting to move forward. Also can get in the way of making sure that we're able to react appropriately to nearby enemies. Kind of found that out the hard way a couple of times, I think, during our mini speed run for the 24-hour stream. Okay, so here we're gonna go ahead and pick up the radio. We've got the plank. What we're gonna do, we're gonna turn off the radio. I know that's gonna sound maybe a little bit weird. Whether we keep it on or we keep it off isn't really going to be super impactful. As far as aligning with the challenge runs and kind of adding to or taking away from the time that we'd be completing either the challenge runs or what have you. What I've found though is that when we do a radioless run, things actually tend to go a little bit better. And the reason why I say this is because if you have any of those scarabs nearby, they absolutely get the radio to go into overdrive. Like, it goes pretty intense. And to be fair, that masks every living daylights out of everything else. So if you have a lying figure trying to sneak up on you, or a nurse trying to come at you or what have you, having the radio on with a scarab nearby completely masks that enemy's presence. But if you have the radio off, you can absolutely hear the different tells. Okay, so we're over right here on Neely. We're gonna go bypass Neely, Bar Neely, and we're gonna go straight to the record store. So, you know, these different noises that the enemies make, whether they're kind of twitching, or they're kind of gurgling a little bit, you can hear that very clearly when you don't have the radio on, even if you have other enemies around. Okay, come on. I like how the enemy dipped in just as we were getting out there. Okay, that was actually a little smooth because I remember when we were doing a 24-hour stream, those enemies can either hop on in and start to attack you, or they can spew some acid your way and that, you know, hit you through the window. Definitely not ideal, of course. So we're gonna keep ignoring these enemies. We're gonna go straight over to Saul Street. We should hit the apartments pretty soon. Okay. Once we see Green's Pharmacy, we know that we're at the right spot because that's actually accessible from the Saul Street apartments. Don't need to look at the map. Don't need to go pick up anything else. We're just going to go ahead and push this cabinet aside. Okay. Going to pick up apartment number 5's key. Come back out through this area instead of messing around with the lock on the door. And head straight over to apartment number 5. One thing we're also going to want to try to do is not pick up extra stuff if we can help it, just so that we can cut right through the inventory screen that much quicker. We're out on fire escape. Come up this ways. Hop on through the window. Listen to that crash behind us, and then hit up this hole. This is about one of those times that I'm going to start to mash the A button just to get James to pick up whatever item is he needs to retrieve. Because I think you have to press you know, progress forward like 3 times before James actually gets a hand on whatever item he's looking for. So it could be the jukebox key, it could be minute hands, it could be weights. Just depends on which part of the game he's in. Okay, come on out through here. Run past this burger joint. And here we are. Bar Neely. Go straight for the jukebox. Go ahead and skip this scene. And first thing we're going to do, we're going to take back the vinyl record. We're going to go ahead and combine this along with the glue, and we get our fully fixed up record. Okay, we're going to go ahead and turn this, reattach it, pull to the side, press this down, come back out this ways, and then bada bing, bada boom. First piece. And we want to go ahead and drop the bar coin. Go ahead and add in the jukebox key, and boom. Okay, skip that scene. We got the bar key. out this way. So they're gonna make us go ahead and push this cart up to this window, introducing to us the fact that we have this ability to interact with the environment in such a fashion. I am going to go ahead and pick up added health items every once in a while. So if by any chance you like see me go for some ammunition, or if you see me go for health items or what have you, part of that is literally just force of habit, which I've got to break picking up the ammunition. Okay, so we're gonna skip this. We've got the Woodside apartment keys. We're gonna go ahead and try to juke past this dude. Sweet deal. That one's kind of hit or miss, literally. The reason why I say that is because sometimes that enemy can try to jump at you in such a way that that you have to mash A to shake it free. So we're going to try as much as possible to keep away from these lying figures, so they can't latch onto us. So many of these. Like, I never really realized during my previous playthroughs, especially during like my first and second playthrough, of like how many of those enemies were there. But I still remember being foolish enough to try to fight every one of those enemies that got in my way, not realizing just how futile it was, because for whatever reason, when you trigger those foggy storms or what have you, you get a ton more enemies. Okay, so took out the mannequin, and we get the courtyard key. The mannequin is literally standing in the way of the courtyard key. I have no idea what that emote is, Mino, but it looks funny. Like my face. Beat you to it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and open up the courtyard here. And we're gonna need to take this here container. We're gonna roll it over underneath this window. Bada bing, bada boom. Hop on in. Come on through here. And we're going to ignore just about every one of these rooms. No need to for us to go exploring into any of them. We're going to go ahead and try to reach for the key. Laura's going to come out of that apartment and kick it away. Open up this this door to the courtyard, and we're going to go ahead and head back to that lobby area. So when you try to open that hallway door, there's no way to do so. But now that we've triggered Laura's appearance, she actually opens the door for us. You can communicate and emote at times. Oh man. Nice, Mino. Nice. Okay, so we have this here key. We do need to go into this room. And the only reason why is because we need the golden apple handle. You know, I know this is gonna sound horrible, Mino, but you know what? My face is an emote. I'm not even sure what that really means, but it just felt like the right thing to say. So we're gonna try to juke by this guy. Yes! Okay. That actually worked out really bloody well. I was 50-50 on whether or not that was gonna try to grab us. Okay, so we want to hang left here. Oh, no. Yeah, no. The handle does not go there, but the key does. So we go ahead and head towards the end of this hallway. And kind of similar to the original game, we're going to see Pyramid Head on the other side of this grating, and we're going to want to go into this this room with the TV. Also, like in the original, we can't actually progress forward until we get the handgun. So we're going to go ahead and head over to this place. We're going to pick up the handgun, head back into the hallway, and all of a sudden we see that there's a TV on, and somebody just cried out after getting killed by Pyramid Head. So when this TV comes on, the key to apartment 212 spawns, so we can now pick that up. Head in through this this area here. I do want to point out that I'm not really looking too hard for the hidden enemies. If they show up, they show up. So those mannequins being the number one offender. Oh crap! It was actually letting me go. Nice. So I'm going to dodge right by that enemy. I do not care about it. I am going to go into this room. We're going to go ahead and reattach the golden apple handle. And that's going to go ahead and unlock this so that we can push it aside. We've gotten pretty lucky with the lying figures. Usually those things, when you're getting that close, will try to at least headbutt you. But haven't really had that issue just yet. Okay, come on. Alright. So, with the puzzles, if I can remember some of them, easy peasy. If we can't, well, we have our fallback of just do it the regular way. So, this is going to be 13-7-11. So, 13, 7, 11. You can also tell I've played this many times. more than I would like to admit. Dang it. Okay. And see, this is part of my skill issues. Sometimes I forget that that James doesn't raid everything necessarily. So, oh yes. And we need to get the key here. See, I'm kind of used to James trying to pick up like a letter plus a like an item at the same time, or let me go. Oh, okay. At least it was a jab, not a grab. So then we opened up this area here. We're gonna go up to the 3rd floor because we have an option. We can either hit up the 3rd floor or we can hit up the 1st floor. If we hit up the 3rd floor first, we can drop the canned juice in the garbage chute, and that's gonna give us one of the coins that we need. We're gonna go straight over this ways. Come on through here. Come on straight through here. Okay. Leave me alone. Come on through here. And right on under. So we're now in the laundry room with the garbage chute. Got the bloody apple juice. We drop that down, and that's going to unlock a coin. It's going to be out in the courtyard. Now, we're back here where we started on the 3rd floor, and we're going to get down to the 1st floor. Not going to go immediately for the coin, though, because that's just going to be a little bit more inefficient. If we do it that way, we're going to go and see who is throwing up their guts all over this place. Okay. Say hi, Eddie.
Who's there?
Say bye, Eddie. Okay, and then we have to manually jump on down. I just have to find a good point to do so. Here we are. And we'll do one, do two, half dodge that one, and we just plus 3'd our kill count. But I'd rather do it that way, knock out all 3 of those, versus letting them either grab us or what have you, because that's just going to slow us down. So we've got 2 coins, other 3. Come on out here. And boom, got our 3rd coin. Now we can go ahead and finish this puzzle, and it'll help us get over to the otherworld apartments. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and unveil this puzzle. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, so first thing we're gonna want to do is get the coin, the snake coin. We're gonna go ahead and rotate that because it's supposed to be a flower. We're gonna place the woman under the tree, and the man furthest away. The woman's going right next to where the flower is. Now we see that this is a snake. The woman is killed by the snake, and the man is kind of standing over, wondering what the heck he could have done. And boom. So now we can go ahead and see Pyramid Head to Pyramid Head. And I know that we're doing technically no cutscenes, but I kind of want to see this. I have not seen Pyramid Head face off against Pyramid Head before. Or I'm sorry, Pizza Box Pyramid Head. Because these different masks that you can have James wear, they're actually in the cutscenes. It's beautiful. Okay, so we are going to investigate a handkerchief, and it's going to trigger this cutscene. While this is playing, I will be right back. Okay, and we are back. Sorry about that. Went to go and make sure that my kidneys are working okay, and end up hearing something of a slight little crash and mishap. Okay, so we are in the quote unquote upside down or the other world, depending on how you want to frame this. Okay, we're gonna come up on our first other world variant of the lying figure. And what's beautiful is that we can actually use the chainsaw to break through these walls. I'm still not entirely sure the mechanism by which James does this, but hey, it works. So we're gonna take it. Okay, gonna try to get here. I was gonna say we're gonna try to get there before the mannequin gets there. That way it doesn't try to spring a trap on us, but no such luck. Okay, we're gonna come on through here. We're gonna completely ignore this this clock puzzle because there's nothing we can really do to it right now. Okay, there we go. It's gotta look like bloody heck happened to my my light. Come on through here. Come on through here. I'm gonna try to ignore this enemy. There we go. Beautiful. We're gonna come up top here. Hop over. Hop into this this dangerous looking room. I believe that there is. No, that I don't want the handgun ammo. But hey, James, come on now. Work with me, dude. I do want this health drink. Okay, I'm gonna try to ignore that that lying figure. We're gonna go across this this complex here and hit up the radio room. While we're here, I think that there is a health drink. Yes, there is. Okay. So we're gonna run through this valve room, and we're back right next to the larger room. We have the apartment 306 key, and we get our first taste of what happens when we activate these valves. So this guy's gonna be here. We're gonna kill him. And then we're going to need to back off some. We're going to have to wait until that acid dissipates. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, and go. If we're not careful about that... Oh, and I know this one's going to pop out, so boom. We're going to kill that one. This line figure on our left is going to get up, so we're going to try to open this up and jam on in. There's another one in here. We're going to go right by that and right under. Kind of found out the hard way about those pools of acid not dissipating quick enough. And there's a line figure that's in here. Oh snaps! Come on! Oh dude! Not happy about that. Not happy at all. Turn the wheel. And anytime James does that that little celebratory dance, we're gonna try to knock him out of it by doing a dodge. So here, so we get the timing right. Oh, dodged way too soon. Dodge too soon, and you slow yourself up just enough that the enemy can attack you. But if you happen to do things just right, you can actually dodge just as they're trying to hit you. Okay, so we now have the hour hand. We can go through this doorway. Have to activate the stairs downward, and we're going to hear a little knocking noise in just a little bit. There we go. So now we got to do the reveal of the clock puzzle. Go ahead and add the hour hand, and we're going to move that over to 9. That's going to trigger the door to open up. Come on in here. And then we got the toilet scene. This is gonna look interesting. Oh! Oh! The pizza box definitely clipped through that toilet bowl. Okay, so we're gonna pop out here. There's gonna be a line figure. We're gonna use that as a marker. And I say we're gonna use that as a marker, as in when we're running down this hallway. That's the place that we want to be at. To kind of move forward. We're gonna kill both of these mannequins. Grab the wooden swan head. But we need the body for this thing. So we're going to run down this hallway. We're going to skip this door because we know that that's going to go back into the apartment. We do need this door, though. We're going to come on in. Come through here. We have the shower. We're going to break that glass. Take the figurine body. This line figure comes on out. Gets greeted by a chainsaw to the face. And I believe there might be some healing in here. Okay, I believed wrong. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and come back out. I don't think it's possible for us to overshoot this because there's just the one door. But since we had that enemy's dead body there, that actually helps us out. Helps confirm that we're in the right spot. Okay, so we're going to add the pigeon. Okay, add the swan. Unfortunately, we can't move the swan to its proper location before we set it. So you got to set the swan first and then move it. Okay, so we have the winged key. We're going to go ahead and use that. Open up this door. And we're going to jump for joy. Because this is what James does best. He's got knees of steel. So we're down here. And we're gonna go ahead and head on out this this hole in the wall. We're gonna run back towards this this door, 109, because if we try to head the other direction, we come across a locked door. Where the key is with Angela. Okay, I think one of these does have a health drink. Nope, that's handgun ammo. Okay. So yeah, one thing I really have to admire about the remake is that they definitely funnel you in the right direction. Overall, like they do have you getting disoriented here and there, but it's not like the OG where you can seriously get yourself disoriented and completely have no idea where you're supposed to head next. For, you know, I don't want to say hours on end, but at least an hour on end. Like here, everything's kind of close by, so it's not as bad. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and add the minute hand. That's gonna go to 910. And we're gonna go into the moth room. And let's see if we remember this. I think that the answer was 373. Sweet! So I think you've got like 5 of the sun symbols or the circles, you know, on the moths. You have, I think, 8 of the crescents or the moon symbols, and then you've got like 2 skulls. So we have the second hand. You got Pyramid Head slashing up this place, dragging that great knife like no other. Come back in here. We want to get this health drink. Some of this stuff is more for safety purposes, just in case we get like in a bad pathing with Pyramid Head. Okay, 9:15. Or, I'm sorry, 9, 10, and 15 seconds. And that's going to open up the double doors down in this courtyard. Come back out here. And that mesh that was blocking our way is cleared out. That way we get easy access to the other Pyramid Head. Keep our distance for now. This is why I was kind of looking like, okay, we try to keep my distance. But at the same time, I do want to try to speed this up. Yeah, technically this is a timed fight. But if we do things just right... Okay, that was not just right. By any stretch of the imagination. Jeez. Okay, so we got seriously sudden lock there. That was interesting. Okay, so the reason why I was starting to actually attack during that that encounter is because it's technically a time-based fight, if you would, where you're supposed to just let Pyramid Head do his thing. After a certain amount of time, he shoots. Didn't mean to pick that up. I thought that was a health drink. Huh, okay. I guess the game figures that we have enough health items to not give us any of those drops there. I guess that kind of makes sense, though. So this is all a timed encounter. After a certain amount of time, Pyramid Head will start to walk away. Signs will go off and what have you. Oh, smacks! Okay, I was imagining that was going to have some reach to it. But I forgot he could lunge out like that. If we inflict damage on Pyramid Head, the timer actually accelerates just a little bit more. So the trick here is to try to hit him to get that timer to come on down. But I know that first try sucked pretty bad. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No. Never mind. Never mind it. I'm not gonna give that a third try. We're just gonna go ahead and let the timer count down naturally. I was definitely trying a little too hard to get that to activate. You know what? Actually, we might be able to get away with one hit. Yep. Okay, okay, dude. That was a little closer than I had expected for it to be. But hey, we're doing alright. We're doing alright. Yeah, I think that's like the halfway point. We just gotta keep on going for a little bit longer. Now I will say that this very much mirrors the original, where you don't have to do any damage whatsoever to Pyramid Head in order for this timer to activate the countdown. But if I'm not mistaken, it's different from the second Pyramid Head fight. Because I think in that fight you actually do have to cause some damage in order to activate the timer. If I'm not mistaken, that's for both the original as well as for this here. Oh, okay. Oh man, I am doing a really bad job of keeping that distance. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was thinking that we were a little bit more out of range, so he wouldn't try to make those slashes, but with his lunge, that kind of changes things up pretty drastically. Oh, no wonder why I thought that was a health drink. The the box is kind of standing up on its side. Okay, so I'll have to remember that for when we do our challenge runs. You know, maybe hit Pyramid Head a couple of times, but don't commit like super hard on trying to do that. It'll help cut maybe 15-30 seconds from that sequence. So not like a huge time skip. And if we get it wrong, like I did there twice, having that timer reset just doesn't help it. We come back out this ways and head towards that dock. I can't remember for the life of me. I think that there actually is. Okay, yeah, no, that's a box of handgun ammo. I was kind of hoping that I was going to be able to get another health drink. Really gotta love the health drinks in this game. Don't get me wrong, the syringes work great at getting your health back where it should be, but it also slows you down and makes you that much more vulnerable if you got enemies around you. So that health drink, a little quicker, doesn't heal you as much, but a little quicker, and can be used while you're actually running away from an enemy.
Through here.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead, run
This
right
place
across
we're going to,
here,
What is it exactly?
go across that
Used
bridge,
to be kind of a special place.
hang a
for
right.
animals in these parts. I think it's easier if I just show you.
Gonna go ahead and head up this set of stairs, and it's gonna spit us out right across from the inn.
There, we can go through the motel.
You know, I like to think that Jack's Inn is owned by somebody named Jackson. Is that would just be amazing. Okay, so I think it's 0451. Sweet. Okay, got a gate key. What's up, bro?
Thanks.
We're gonna get that mannequin out of the way.
So that's what it was for.
Okay. Run through here. We're gonna go,
Now.
I think, like one
Just down
block
this way.
over. Right where, right where that that nice little sign says turn right.
That's a long time. What will you tell her when you find her?
So we head on down here. Once we hit the end of this this road, we come across a chasm, and that's going to trigger this this next portion where we have the steel pipe. Oh no, I want to go to our equipment screen. Okay, there we go. It's going to be a little bit more straightforward. Going to go through the left-hand side here. Flying figure's going to come out of that area. It's going to try to hit us. We're going to dodge it. This one's in our way. We're going to go ahead and knock that out. Go over this ways. Got ourselves a mannequin over there. Mannequin's going to be over here as well. We're going to try to ignore those guys. Push this out of the way. Sometimes the game gets to be a little bit slow as far as following those prompts. But generally speaking, it works all right. And there we are. Okay, so we're at the back entrance to Heaven's Gate, Heaven's Night. Okay, they're gonna force us to walk this. Okay, there we go. And we get our ability to run back. Okay, come on through here. Once we step down, we're going to have another cutscene. Get through that. Go straight over to Maria and tell her
You want to move on?
we are good to go.
All right then. Come on.
Hey, we gotta wait for Maria to walk
Shouldn't have stayed here this long.
walk through that front door,
Hey,
and then we can
it's
run
okay.
again.
We're almost there anyway.
Good. No more delays. I need to find Mary.
Well then,
There we go.
let's hope you will.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. We're in the parking lot here. Just need to hang a right. Entrance should be, or I'm sorry, the exit should be right here. It's gonna spit us out right across from the park.
Look, we're on the other side of that chasm. Some detour.
Wasn't that bad of a detour.
That's it? A garden?
There's a bit more to it than that.
If you say so. I don't think I've been here before.
Come on. She's just around the corner.
She?
Okay. Skip this as well. And if we follow Maria here, she takes us right out the that area.
I think it came from inside the theater.
A little bit quicker than if you were to go double back and explore the area. You can get, I think, like one additional health drink, but then you're kind of stuck figuring out your own way to the theater. It's not bad. It just you get a little bit confusing. It's easy to kind of get turned around. At least for me. So we come on out here. And let's go say hi to Eddie. Eating his ice cream. Which, you know, I hadn't noticed it before. But I ended up watching like a YouTube video about some of the Silent Hill 2 kind of stuff. There have been a couple of videos where you've had either clinical psychologists or therapists react to Silent Hill 2. So I was like, yo, I gotta do this. Like, this looks really interesting. And somebody had actually mentioned during one of those that since, you know, Eddie kind of lives in that colder version of Silent Hill, like that's his version of this town. Him eating ice cream, like melted ice cream, with his bare hands, actually seems a little bit more quote unquote normal. Like maybe for him, he's not eating melted ice cream, but he's actually eating like regular ice cream just with his hands.
Laura, stop!
Still kind of disturbing, but not as disturbing as dude just straight up eating melted ice cream.
Maria?
Yeah, I think if we head out this way, this will lead us over to the hospital. Okay, yeah, this is the parking lot to it. And this is the entrance. Cool. Usually I have this tendency to go left at that intersection, which completely bypasses
Where did she go?
the hospital. It leads to a dead end. But it'll bypass it. It just takes a little bit longer to get here. So we got to remember nurses. I think doctors, and then trees. So 724.
What is it?
Basement.
Just when I thought things couldn't get...
And we get that nice little commentary, that self-awareness from the game, just being like, hey, this place is already creepy as it is.
Might come in handy.
Okay.
Why would she run from us?
I don't think she likes me very much.
But why?
So Laura sees us, says, we're out of here, goes to the second floor, locks that door. If we hang a right here, Maria doesn't have to say anything about the elevator.
This one's open.
Or at least she didn't have to stop there and block your way.
Generator.
So we gotta come through here. Okay. You know what? I was perfectly willing to let you let you be, but since you decided to take a swipe, Okay. So we have the fuel can. up and over it.
Don't worry. I'll be right back.
Get this filled up. Grab ourselves a syringe. Open this up. Head on back over this ways. There may be one mannequin trying to ambush us. Not anymore. Come on over here. Refuel the generator. And then, bada bing, bada boom, we got light.
Yes, did it. Let's check
So we run into this hallway. I'm actually gonna kill this this line figure, even though we could technically run right by it, because there is the possibility that if it's hanging out outside, it's gonna actually slow this this elevator down. We're gonna let James have his moment for now. Okay.
Now,
Oh, you know what we should do?
where is that girl?
First and foremost, we're gonna go ahead and open up that set of double doors. We're gonna come on over this ways. We're gonna say hi to this nurse. I think we're in the clear here. Okay. 3, 5, 7, 8. We can come on through here. We technically don't need the radiograph. Yeah, hopefully, I'm not going to be eating my. Oh, you know what? We're gonna take this as a safety, because knowing my memory, it's going to be all sorts of faulty. Okay, so we're on the other side. We're going to do this unlock over here. Oh, come on now. Okay, we do need to go into the doctor's lounge. Now we have to do this so we can get the L1 room key. Oh, that's right. The nurse I was expecting to see. Oh, not there. Okay. So before we go to L1, we're going to go towards the director's office. And we're going to unlock this door. Okay. And here's L1. Open that up. Go over this ways. On the right-hand side, because that's where the cart is. Okay. I'm gonna come up and over. Jump the little sill there. And we have our Matrix moment. And on the right-hand side over here, crawl under. And over on our right-hand side is going to be the patient bracelet that we're looking for. Okay. And of course, mannequin. Boom. Okay. We're out here in the lobby. mind our business. And we're going to take that nice little shortcut. Okay, now we need to head up to the third floor. Because the key to the inner wards is up in radiology. So we technically don't even have to interact with Laura there. There's a nurse that's going to try to come out of this door. Hashtag get wrecked. Okay, so we got the key for the inner ward up here. Okay. Then we get to head back to the lobby. Okay, so probably the better pathing for this would be for us to go get the L1 key, head up to the third floor, visit radiology, come back down. Through medical records. Okay. I think there's a third nurse down here, but we're gonna let them be. Yeah, so actually, yeah, that's how I want to do it, I think, for next time. Is instead of going straight to L1, you know, grab the L1 key. Then head up to third floor, grab the inner ward key. And then come on down this ways. Okay, so we're gonna jump through there. Oh, crud. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I kinda really botched this one. Dang it. I should have known better. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm saying I botched this one is... Oh, wait, hold on. We can kind of save this. Kind of save this. I'm not happy that we completely dipped out on this. Because I really should know better. The second floor has got a staff lounge with a shotgun in it, but it's also got the bent needle that we need. You don't need the shotgun. You technically don't need that shotgun, so we're gonna bypass that. Okay, so just kind of note to self that next time we do this hospital run, the best thing we can do is... Wait, hold on. I do need to go in here. Grab the L1 key, head up to radiology, get that, where's the drain? Oh, over here. Get the key to the inner wards, head back down to L1 after picking up the bent needle, and then it'll land us in medical records which lets us go directly to the inner wards. So we're not having to backtrack any. And considering how much time we just spent trying to get all this situated, I can imagine we probably shaved off, or just by doing that, we'd probably shave off like 2 minutes or so, if not more. I mean, keep to the right, that way we don't activate that that mannequin. Okay. So we can come on down here. It's gonna tell us break the wall. Poke the eye out. Poke the eye that's in the pool. Then the lying figure comes crawling through that that window. We have 2 out of the 3 bracelets. While we're down here, since we already have the radiograph, like the moldy radiograph, we're gonna go ahead and get the mold remover. Might as well. And actually, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and just clean that up, because as much as possible, I don't want to keep this radiograph with us for like the rest of the game. Just gonna come up the menu. Don't want to do it. So, one more floor. I think that this is going to be 43712. Let's find out if I'm right. 437 12. Okay. Okay, my memory actually worked. Okay. And that's all 3 of the bracelets. Now, this part has always been a little bit more difficult for me, so not going to be as smooth, but that's just me and quote-unquote skill issue. So, we're going to go ahead and add the radiograph here, and just leave that behind. Okay, now that we've got all 3 bracelets, we're going to head straight for the director's office. Really? She's really getting up? Okay, she's really getting up. As long as she doesn't try chase after me, we're good. If we have to kill that enemy on the way back, so be it. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, so we have the storage room key. Come on in here. We get this button. Okay, let's see if I remember this now. If not, easy peasy. Oof, did not mean that. I'm gonna go ahead and reset that, add the safe button. I think that it is... Cool! Okay. Memory's actually holding up better than I thought it was. Okay, kill the nurse again. As if the first swipe with the chainsaw wasn't enough for them, they just got bashed twice. Okay, so we've got the rooftop key. And that's exactly where we're going to go. Okay, we're going to go over above the elevator shaft here. We have to take a look at the diary in order to spawn Pyramid Head. Pyramid Head's going to throw us down that shaft. We're going to wake up down here. Just got to open this up. And all I really want is this syringe. Okay. Interestingly enough, even though we didn't, quote-unquote, spook Laura away, she's not standing down that hallway. Come on now. Come on now. Chainsaw is so OP. Love this chainsaw. Okay, now we're in the upside down or the other world. We're gonna go ahead and bypass everything else, go straight for the elevator to the second floor. Okay. Now let's see if we get this right. So this one here I think is 9659. Okay. That worked well. So this one's going to be 1 year that they've been held in solitary confinement there. They've been given 6 pills a day. The light flashes twice, and then we have the hour hand on 2. And once you set that hour hand to 2, it triggers this very loud ringing noise that sounds like every enemy on the map. Just kind of hoping to bypass that mannequin. Nope, nope, don't want to go there. Want to go up to radiology. Okay, so we're gonna go right through this here window into this hallway. There's gonna be one nurse here. We're ready to kill. Okay. Normally, I wouldn't take the time to kill that lying figure, but it does take some time for us to break through this wall, and it's entirely possible for the enemy to interrupt you. Kind of found that out through a different enemy encounter. The conference room fight in the hotel. When you're trying to move the cabinet out of the way so you can escape, entirely possible for you to take damage there. Okay, you're not gonna move up. Okay, there's a nurse here, and a mannequin over here. Alright. And in this wall we have the Key of Bliss. So yeah, when you're trying to escape the room and you're having to move that cabinet out of the way, you can still get attacked by that hanging mandolin enemy, and it's entirely possible that they can actually kill you while you're trying to push the cabinet out of the way. So, kind of found out the hard way that anytime you're performing an action like that, or you're trying to break down a wall, the enemy can totally cause you to lose some health. So, just had to make sure that we kill any of these enemies. Try and get out of the way. Okay. Okay, got the lapis eye key. Da, 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 da. Let's get on back through here, and let's activate it. Nino! Okay, so we gotta go down to the basement, where we're going to end up reuniting with Maria. That thing was creepy. Oh, absolutely.
Welcome to another exciting edition of Trick or Treat.
Excuse me.
Where you answer our questions correctly and win a prize beyond
Just expected for Silent Hill.
or
Yeah.
you fail to answer correctly and receive the punishment. It's all in the hands of our lucky contestant, James Sunderland. James, are you ready to play Trick or Treat?
It's to me it's always creepy going through that that last portion, having to use the two items on the mannequin, like the actual mannequin, and get the lapis eye key. Just because, you know, it's very clearly a reference to lobotomizing someone. I'm like, yo, that no, I am not about that life.
67, 3, 85.
So unfortunately, there's not a way to skip through this this sequence.
Hold on to it. You never know when it might
At least not that I'm aware of.
Now, on to the second question. Follow Sanders Street heading east and further on to the outskirts of town.
But in case y'all are wondering, like, okay, where are the answers to these questions? The first question, 67 people were at the bottom of the lake.
Bachman Road.
Wiltsey Road is going to be the answer for this question.
Wiltsey Road. Did you get that? I sure as hell hope so. And for a third...
And the third question is related to an article from the first portion of the apartment dungeon, where you read about two kids getting killed by a murderer, and it's going to be Miriam Locane.
What a terrible tragedy.
So I think it ends up being like 231 or something like that. Unfortunately, you can't really go back and look up the answers for the first or third questions, but the second question you can absolutely access the older maps and see like which road leads out of town.
3, Julia. Well, that's the last of our questions. Have you got it all figured out? If so,
I still like the fact that that in this remake, James hears this game show announcer on his own, but in the original, you're listening to this right after you reunite with Maria. Kind of mean of them to drop this in at this portion of the hospital dungeon, because I mean you actually have like a decent sequence to go before you're able to access the chest, unlike the OG, where it's a very small stretch of dungeon before you access the before you're able to access the treasure chest. Okay, so we're gonna run through here. And this is gonna make us go through the side areas. I forgot that pit was there. We're gonna try to not get attacked by this lying figure. Come on, James. Okay, there we go. Pick up the health drink. Run away from this enemy. We're gonna go down all the way to this end. So that way we can squeeze through this hole in the wall. There's gonna be a nurse out here. We're gonna go ahead and take them out because there's a possibility they'll turn around and more or less kind of tackle us on the way to this this up and over cart. And from here we have the first ring that we need.
James!
Maria catches up with us.
Come on, let's go look for her.
And since Maria had opened up this door, we're gonna go right back up to first floor. Kind of interesting to me that she bypassed the first floor and went straight to the basement.
What the hell is that?
Okay, this is another one of those sequences where you can only walk through it, so kind of stuck doing this.
Maria. What are
Okay,
you
there we go.
talking about?
I'm trying to keep things light, James. Just you and me.
Okay, gonna come on through here.
Sorry.
Oh, nope. Into the doctor's lounge. And we have the fridge. So in the OG, you would meet up with Maria. You'd take the elevator back up to the second floor, get the ring,
Where to now?
and then head over to the third floor to place the rings. And during that elevator ride, that's when you'd hear the game show host. So I said that it was kind of nice because once you get the lead ring and you head back up to the third floor, you just have to go to like the nurse's station, and you'd be able to open up that chest. Normally, I would say let's go ahead and bypass this this chest, but since it does have healing items, oh yeah, we're totally going for it. Of course, I did forget you can actually summon this elevator while you're pilfering that that quiz show chest. Saves you the time. Hashtag oops. But yeah, I gotta remember that for the regular portion of this hospital, to not follow my instincts of just going straight for L1. Go for L1 and then like head up to radiology.
What's wrong?
What?
Okay. And then during this this pathing, summon the elevator, then go hit up the chest. That way, by the time you open it up and gather the items you need, you end up walking back into the hallway and seeing that the elevator's there waiting for you. There we go. Like, wait a minute. Did this trigger yet? This ways. Kind of crazy how some of the grating just like falls out from under, and goodness knows where someone would land if they fall into that pit.
There, an elevator.
Kind of lucky that James didn't die because the pathway just fell out from underneath him. Okay, we hang right here. We go to where the basement key was. And on this desk, there's going to be the hospital entrance key. Okay, so one thing I'm going to have to remember for myself is when we do the quote-unquote Pyramid Head like run for the Silent Hill 2 OG versus Remake race, if I'm going to be true to the idea of James over here being Pyramid Head, walking around with this OP chainsaw and everything, we're going to have to make him walk, which is going to suck for this sequence, because watch this. Okay, we're running right past the nurse. As soon as I go through this door, I want to keep running ahead of me, because if I don't, we get followed by a mannequin that can actually just jump us at that first part. So we're going to kill that. We're going to kill that. We're going to turn around and make sure that other mannequin didn't follow us. But when you go through that doorway, if you're walking through, there's a mannequin immediately on your left-hand side.
Laura, please, wait!
This is going to be a little trickier. Okay, good. Yo, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Entirely possible in that portion for you to have to kill 3 enemies. In order to be able to move that cart without getting harassed by them. We're gonna run into this diner. We're gonna kill this nurse. There's gonna be a lighting figure there and a mannequin. Kill the mannequin. Pop out of this double door. Run right. We're gonna run between the 2 vehicles here. We're gonna run up on this nurse. Take him out. And keep running. Yeah, so when we're walking through this area, we're gonna have to kill a lot more enemies than I would prefer to, but it is what it is. So we're gonna go right here. Okay, this is the first section with the mandolins. This this stretch we're going to want to keep towards the center. Main reason being that the doorway is right here. There's going to be another section of tunnel like that where we want to keep to the right hand side, so that we can step off of the grating onto some concrete, follow that concrete hallway to the exit. So here, things can get a little bit dicey. We're going to want to bypass all these enemies. We're going to squeeze through this this fence. There's going to be a line figure right here waiting for us. We're going to run right by them while they do their menacing little dance. Hang right. There's going to be a mannequin trying to ambush us there. Yes! Okay, so that tends to be a trouble spot for me because the mannequin is able to land like a hit or two, which ends up slowing me down enough that I have to kind of stop, kill the mannequin, and or kill the nurse. We want to stay to the left as soon as we get out of this out of Bar Neely's, so that way we don't trigger another mannequin there. No idea what hit us, but we're going to keep running anyway. So we're going to answer the phone, Matrix style. Okay, we pick up the letter. But we also have to pick up the wrench. And I've done it a couple of times where I've picked up the letter without realizing that James didn't pick up the wrench. had to come all the way back just to get it. Sucks. Not a very long journey to have to go back, but still annoying. So we're going to run through this door. Then there's going to be a tunnel entrance straight ahead. This is where we have to use the wrench. Okay, run on through. Now we have another section of tunnels. We're going to stay on the right side now instead of the center. And once we cross to the end of this area, we run into Rosewater Park. Okay, and down through the door. Hang a right. This is the tunnel that we initially had to run through when we exited the apartments. So we're gonna hang left here. Hang right, and then immediately on our left is going to be the doorway to the statue. We're going to go ahead and stop on into this wrecked bathroom though, pick up this health drink, and let's go say hi to Angela. Hi Angela. Bye Angela. Okay. So then we get the Historical Society key. We're going to go ahead and skedaddle. Run up the steps here. It's going to spit us out right about where Jack's Inn is at. And once we clear the gate, we're going to hang a right, an immediate right, and just keep going. And we're going to keep running, and keep running, and keep running. What's nice is that it's hard for us to overshoot the Historical Society because the entrance has 2 hanging lamps right outside of it. So we just got to watch out for it. You know, I got to go back to the 24-hour stream, like the video recording for that, and kind of clip those moments where the enemy's cannonball when you run down the same road in the OG. It's so great. It's so it's so out there that that these enemies, they don't like just jump on in like, you know, WrestleMania style. They're ready to face you down or anything. It legit looks like they didn't want to get vaulted into the arena, but somebody outside was just looking at like, hey, you got no choice. You're going in there whether you like it or not, and they just like throw them in. Is Skedaddle the brother of Skibbity? Yes. Skedaddle is the infamous brother of Skibbity. Skibbity dibbity. Okay, and it's gonna take a while for this this hallway to end, but it will end. Okay, well, it's technically a stairwell, not a hallway, but still, you get what I'm saying. Them foghorns. Okay. here. Ah, shoot, I forgot. You can't head that way. They headbutt right into the chainsaw. That's not my fault. Okay, now we're gonna mash A to make sure that James actually jumps on down. Just want to also mention, because I just kind of realized, like with some of these puzzle answers already having been available to us from previous playthroughs, what have you. I do want to clarify that when I had mentioned no skips or what have you, it's more of a no glitches. Oop. Okay. I think OBS just took a slight little dump there. Sorry, guys. Okay, yeah, no. Since Seribot is saying that it's here, we know OBS took a dump. Sorry about that. It's so weird too because it didn't do this during the 24-hour stream until like 12 hours in, like roughly 12 hours in actually. She didn't even say 12 hours in. It was close to that. Okay. One kill that. One kill that. One kill that. Kill that. And then. Okay. Cool. Well, I was a little afraid there for a second, because when that light flickers like that, that's when the scarabs respawn. So if you're not quick enough entering in that code after it flashes like that, one the scarabs can actually bite you and kind of pull you out from that interface. So just gets to be annoying. Okay, so this is the part where if we're doing the Eddie challenge run, we'd be allowed to use our guns. Because Eddie's brandishing a revolver here. Kind of looks at us a little bit out of it and is just like, hey, it's so easy. All you gotta do is pull the trigger and pow. I'm looking like, bruh. So not cool. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that enemy before it can you know, follow us out here. And we're gonna activate these lights. What this is gonna do is get the spider mannequins to back off. They don't like the light. Okay, we're gonna jump on through here, and we're gonna unveil the Statue of Justice. Okay, first things first, we're gonna go with the snake. We're gonna piss off those spiders just a bit by activating that light, keeping them away from us. And admittedly, this is actually one of the easier portions of this run. And I say this because a lot of the time that you would normally spend on this map, it's exploring different areas, you know, kind of scavenging different items and what have you. Okay, I want that thing to keep out of the way. Okay, cool. It's not that the spiders do a ton of damage. It's more along the lines of they just take up your time. So if you don't explore the area and you just run straight for the objectives and everything, you'll get out of this pretty quick. I want those enemies to leave me alone. Okay, 2, 3. Step on 3, we'll take the hit. Not really worried about it. Oh, see, that's what I mean. Oh! Oh, that sucked. Okay, now that we're here, we're looking better. Okay, we're back at the armory. Whoa. Didn't mean to come back out this way. Saw the double doors and got a little too excited. Okay, and we're not going to worry about the rifle either, since we're not really planning on using it anyway. Okay, so we got the medium weight. Next up, I believe, is the ox, I like to say. Sure is. Okay, now this portion genuinely pisses me off a little bit. The only reason why I say that is because it could be kind of rough around the edges how many times you're going to get grabbed by enemies or, you know, blindsided by them. So we're going to open this up. Kill that enemy. We're going to run right on by. We got to make it to this office. And when we do, open up that drawer. You get the key to D block. So open this up. And this is D block. Okay. Come on through here. We get the shift key. And there may or may not be an enemy here. Okay, good. Okay, we're gonna walk out through here. Reactivate this light, or try to at least. There we go. That's gonna keep the spiders away from us, so that way we can actually use the shift key and then open up this this door without being harassed. Okay, so far we got some good luck. Sometimes when you're trying to get out of that cell with the shift key, there could be a lying figure waiting for you. Or in some cases, I've actually had that lying figure enter the cell with the shift key and kind of grab you there. Okay, so we're gonna bypass everything that's here. Gonna run straight towards the back. Up there. Okay. And grab this weight. And once we do... Oh, there's an enemy that's trying so hard right now. Okay. Really need for these enemies to leave me the heck alone. Okay, there's going to be 3 enemies here. Okay, good, good. I was actually expecting for that one to get in the way. Okay, there's going to be a nurse here. We're going to bypass them as well. Go straight on through here. Hopefully that spider's not going to try to engage us. Okay, that was not bad. Like, I really thought that was going to hit harder. Okay. And if you saw my my health bar there, or health menu come up a couple of times, it's because I was trying to see if I could use a syringe. Okay, so next up on the list is the boar. And I'm actually kind of getting lucky with these weights because I don't remember them. I definitely don't remember the configuration of like which weights go there. Part of the reason behind that also is just because I have a hard time distinguishing like which weight is which. So I'm just like, okay, we're gonna have to eyeball this. Okay, we have a lying figure on this side. We're gonna kill that. Run through here. Got a scarab. Gonna kill that. There's 2 nurses. One's inside this break room. Okay, the other one's gonna be out here. Okay. Now we've got 3 nurses total here. So 1, 2. Third one in here. 3. Okay, clipboard with the key. We're gonna have to backtrack past the nurse's lounge. I think that this has a health drink in it. One of these does. Ah, dang, okay. Memories fail me again. Okay, so we use this upper floor key, slide this gate to the side, and head upstairs. There's gonna be 1 mannequin that's gonna try to run away and hide from us. And this one we kind of should kill. Just because if we don't, it's going to try to follow us into the warden's office and everything. Okay. So it doesn't matter what you type in here, it's always going to type in sick. So we're going to take advantage of that. Grab that. Can't remember for the life of me if there's... dang it. I was hoping for a health drink. Okay, no worries. So there's 2 ways we could escape this area. We could either take the detour past D block, or, and I'm already kind of spoiling it for y'all. You can just come back the way that you came. We're gonna take that first option. Because getting ambushed after you run out that door and head towards D block is a very real thing. And if it happens, usually in my case it does happen. It just ends up being about the same amount of time whether you decide to backtrack. Okay, and then last but not least, we got the dove. So we're gonna go ahead and break through this door. Run left. Ooh, okay, nice hit, dude. Okay, we're gonna squeeze through here. That's going to cause the entranceway to collapse. And then we got a haul of enemies here. Okay, I am going to open up this second door though, so that way when we run through this this hallway again, I actually remember where to go. Really? We missed that? Okay, there we go. That's one. Wow, okay. That's two. Didn't realize that that one was there too. But since I wanted to try to play a hero. Okay. I thought that there was a like a health drink there. Okay. Technically, we only need to open up one of those. But since I can't remember exactly which one, I'm just gonna go ahead and open up both of them. Okay, we get the latest weight, and we're stuck in this this chamber for a little bit. Okay, that's our signal to be able to walk out of here. We're gonna go straight for that opened up door. 2 and 3. Now, what's nice about this is once you get the lightest weight, all those spiders are dead. I don't remember for the life of me whether the regular enemies die, like the lying figure. That would normally be in this hallway. Like if we left that lying figure alone when we first encountered it, it might also die when you pick up the lightest weight. So, last but not least, time for us to go ahead and get that sword activated. There we go. And by sword, I mean execution lever, which always looks like a sword in her hands. Okay. So let's have a look here. So it looks like the reason is to stay alive. Or what were the reasons for stealing? You know, to get a loaf of bread and stay alive another day. That's going to be entry number 2. So once we read one passage that that's looking correct, we don't have to actually like place all the placards in their spots. We could just go straight for that noose, which is exactly what we did here. It's kind of one of those nice things. The first half of the prompt stays the same for all 6 of those placards. So the first one's always going to read about you know, nuns and a church and children, what have you. Second one's going to be somebody saying that they had reasons for stealing. Third one's going to be something along the lines of a father kidnapping their child. The fourth one is also having to deal with like thievery and what have you, but it's got a different cadence to it. Instead of like saying like what are my reasons for doing this. The fifth one is a child murdering their parents, and the sixth one is someone ambushing a person. To kill them. And I really had no idea that you actually had to pick up that box of handgun ammo to activate his elevator. I was like, wait a minute, where's the switch for this thing? I'm like, oh right, there is no switch. Kind of funny how we're picking up for the first time and James is actually looking at like, hey, what is this? I should also mention, if y'all are ever wondering, like, hey, are you ever gonna do like a run that does include like glitch style or glitch based skips? I will say the answer to that is more than likely going to be a resounding no. Not because I don't agree with them or what have you. It's just that hashtag skill issue. I can't really say that I've got the kind of reflexes for most types of like glitches or what have you. Like the entire, it's got to be pixel perfect or anything along those lines. Yeah, that is not at all how I play. Unfortunately. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Funny how are we Joe Pesci? Hashtag I wish. Hashtag not God Gamer. Okay. Dude, I can't believe I just ran into that guy. Bro, that was sloppy. So sloppy. Yeah, so the extent of my my doing quote-unquote skips in this game is just doing more like technical stuff where we remember what the answers are for certain puzzles and what have you, and we take it from there. It's not really going to be more along the lines of, you know, actual like glitches and taking advantage of those. And let's also be very realistic. I don't have that kind of patience. Like, I could theoretically, technically, figure out how to do, you know, pixel perfect or timing perfect skips. I just don't have the patience for that either. still by far one of the most messed up sequences in this game. Okay, we're getting close to the point where we can castrate that mofo. And we're going to do it with some glee. What's up, dude? Really missing some of these enemy cues. Okay. So we come back out here. Hang a left. And we continue on to the labyrinth. So this is the only other time in the game where you're kind of forced to have a map. The first time is when you trigger the cinematic entering Silent Hill near the flower shop. The second time is when James actually just makes his own map. So let's go in here. We're going to trigger the cutscene with resurrected Maria. And now there's going to be a large cube right here in the middle. So first thing we want to notice is that light is shining on a cross with a triangle pointing up. So that's exactly what we want. And this is going to be one of my my favorite / least favorite parts of the labyrinth. And I say this because on the one hand, it's actually a lot easier to navigate than I initially thought. But it sucks so much because of the mandolins that are running around in this area. We run through here. We're going to go ahead and head right. And there's going to be a collapsible wall here. One thing I can kind of recommend, if you're ever getting kind of lost in this dungeon, is one, well, check your map. Two, always try and follow the streak of blood that's on this wall. Because that's going to lead you where you need to go. I'm going to do myself a favor here. We're going to knock those things out when we can. Okay, so we're going to take a counterclockwise approach to this. And let me try to find like one health drink. Like it'd be nice. There we go. Because I know I've gotten a little bit sloppy about taking damage in this playthrough. So, I want to kind of balance it out. Alright. So, this is one of the three components of the lighter that we're going to need. I just now realized that the pizza box that James is wearing says All-Star Pizza. brought to you by Mario Brothers. Mario Brothers All-Stars. Oh shoot. Try to attack a little too early. See, that's what I mean. This is just me getting a little sloppy about squaring off with some of these enemies. Okay, so we have a nurse in here. We're going to need the key that's inside this drawer. And I see a med box. So let's go ahead and... Okay. Great for you to celebrate that that victory, James, but we gotta get back to it, man. So we hang a right. And then head back out into the hallway. Here, I've got, I think, 3 enemies. I've got one here. And I've got one here. Yep, there we go. And the main reason why you see me taking out those 3 enemies like that is because I'm kind of paranoid about them trying to interrupt me while I'm using the this cart. Okay, so we go up and over, and we get another part of the lighter. So I think that just leaves one more piece to it. And that's going to be behind the locked door that we would have encountered if we went left, if we went clockwise instead of counterclockwise when we first entered this map. But the key that we got when we visited the nurse's station, or I guess the nurse's like desk or what have you, that's going to be the key that we need for this door. Open this up. Don't even bother trying to pick up the lighter piece because it's in a vat of acid. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this here valve. That's going to overpressurize the feed pipe or what have you, and more or less cause enough pressure to crack open that tub. How that exactly works, I have no idea. But, you know, it's Silent Hill. Ain't nobody really know. Okay. And then we light this sucker on fire, which lets us jump through this hole. And then We just need to take a look at the next glyph. So it is the infinity sign with some strange looking lines above it. There we go. So then we run over this ways. And this is going to go into the more like desolate underwater portion of this dungeon. Gonna run right past all these. Go here. Go into the closet area. Go through the hole in the wall. Ignore the ammo. Break left. There should be a health drink here. Head down the ladder. Okay, gotta hang left here. That dude's gonna try to keep on attacking us from below, so we're just gonna go ahead and wipe it out. There's also a scarab here. We're gonna leave that alone. And it's gonna go have us climb this ladder. There's gonna be a set of handcuffs chained to this valve, so we can't quite use that. Okay. Come on, across this way. So there's another ladder headed down. This one's gonna drop us off where we can get the key to those handcuffs, and take a shortcut to get us right back to where we were. Okay, so we grab this key right here. Open the door. There we go. Slide back that bolt, hang left, and we're headed back up that same ladder as before. I'm going to ignore that scarab, ignore the lying figure. Neither of those are real threats to us. Especially when that lying figure recoils like that. It's not really in a spot where it's going to be able to grab you. At least if I remember the animations correctly. Like the different house and everything. Okay. Then we gotta turn this bad boy. Okay, good. I was a little worried there for a second, like, okay, this here spider could actually just make an attack on us. Kind of happy it didn't, though. Okay, had to kill this enemy because it's gonna interfere with us trying to move this cart otherwise. And we want to pull that away so that way we can push this up against the wall. We're going to slide it along the wall until it clicks into place, and then we're going to hop up and over. This cart was actually blocking a crawl space, so if you take that crawl space, you go back towards where the save point was. Which also instantly gets you kind of a little more turned around. And that's kind of what I found with a lot of portions of the game. Is that it's so much easier to get turned around because of the fact that you'd want to, you know, naturally go back and hit up save points and what have you, and explore, scavenge for more resources. Okay. But if you keep pushing forward, then you're usually able to not get as disoriented. Isn't to say that there's anything wrong with the exploration or what have you. This is a Silent Hill game, so usually exploration will reward you with some pretty nice goodies and what have you, and some good lore. But it also has the nasty habit of kind of making you do double takes and just be like, wait, where do I go next? Or, you know, where was I here already? Okay, so we're gonna have this nurse, and I think there's gonna be 2 lying figures. So we're gonna want to take both those out. Okay. Now we've got, I think, 1 health syringe here. And I believe a little bit of ammunition if we keep going down the hallway. Don't really want the ammo. I would very much welcome a health drink though, so I'm going to go ahead and see if both of those items are here. Ah, not just the handgun ammo. So we got the wire cutters. Normally, you would want to take the shortcut to go back, right? Take the shortcut, go back, and then you know, continue forward from the hub. Only problem is that in this case, as soon as you entered that crawl space heading into this chamber, it collapsed. So if you try to take a shortcut and come back to this place, it's not gonna work. Okay, okay. Usually they're not able to land 2 hits like that, but I'll let them have it. We're gonna try and sneak past this lying figure. Excellent. So yeah, the crawl space over this ways collapsed. You actually have to come back through the same area that you encountered Pyramid Head in order to move forward. But let's say hi to Pyramid Head. What's up, dude? He's just standing up there after you cut through the wires, just saying, hi, what's up, how you doing? Good to see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Okay, we're going to jump through here, and it's going to go to the 3rd portion. This, I don't know how I feel about this, this repeating area. Because on the one hand, it's on a timer. On the other hand, the timer goes very quick if you kill all the enemies. Okay, so this one is going to be the cross with a triangle down. There we go. You guys will see what I mean in just a second here. Up through here. Hashtag super creepy. I'm gonna be right here. Kill this dude. Oh, didn't even see this one over here. Okay, let's fix that. Okay. So we come back into this area again. Kill that one. Kill that before they even get up. take out this enemy here. Then we got the nurse. Take them out, and there you go. Opens up the door to the next section. So you can either wait for that timer to come on down, which takes, admittedly, a decent chunk of time, or kill all the enemies and take the added kill count. This area especially, because of these guys. So normally that that timer takes like I think 5 minutes. Feels like it's 5 minutes, if not a little less than that. But it just drags on and on and on, waiting for that timer to count down. Like I'm pretty sure it's got to be about the same length of time as the prison light switch, where you're in the shower room and what have you. Chews up so much time though that I'm just like, okay, you know what? You're better off, I think, taking the kills than waiting that out. But I think we're actually on track to have less than 200 kills, which is kind of our target for the Angela challenge run. Ideally, we'd want to get under 150 for the Angela challenge run.
What the hell?
But I'd be happy with 200. Okay. The most cumbersome portion of this game, because it is that much of a struggle for James to haul this great knife. You kind of have to tank control this a little bit to get it to work properly. Otherwise, you get all sorts of stuck, and it's not very feasible for James to be able to walk backwards with this thing. So it makes things super awkward at times. This thing in the corridor, also on brand, yes, and that's one thing that I still am not sure, like, what it happens to be. Like, in some respects, it reminds me of bundles of, like, neurons and what have you. But they're also just really... they're really alien enough that it doesn't look like, you know, like a ganglion or what have you. Like the spindly parts that you sometimes see on like brain cell diagrams or what have you. Like it kind of looks like that, like axons. I'm pretty sure that's the more correct terminology. Please forgive me. I'm not exactly all that great with anatomy. Not my cup of tea or what have you. Not my specialty. But at the same time, it looks more like axons or ganglia that are really warped and deformed or what have you. Almost like quote unquote cutting through memories. But absolutely on brand for this this here franchise.
Do you know what it does to you, James? When you're hated, picked on, spit on, just because of the way you look? Yeah, I ran away after I killed that dog. But you know what? It was fun. It tried to chew its own guts up. Finally died all curled up.
Hopefully the bot won't bop you for links. It shouldn't. I mean, you have VIP
Right in the leg.
status, so if it boops you, I'm sorry. You have something for
it's your turn,
neuroanatomy? Oh
James.
no. I'm intrigued, but I'm also kind of scared.
I can see you.
Okay, there we go. It's a children's cartoon. Mm-hmm. That's what they said about Rocco's Modern Life.
And then you'll just curl up and die. And it's gonna feel great. Just like before. I'm coming for you.
Pinky and the Brain had a musical segment with Brain Anatomy. Yes!
This is it, James.
You can still sing it. Nice. Solid, solid. Man, Pinky and the Brain, that is such a freaking good show. Man, just the way that that Eddie reminds me of Private Powell from Full Metal Jacket. It's pretty disheartening that you're not able to just let yourself get away from Eddie. Like, we see him inside that area, but we also know that there's a doorway out, like the double doors leading to this dock. So, you know, it kind of makes me wish that you had the option of being able to do something or other, so you could let the dude live. But to also be fair, we also know he's really, really far gone by this point. Like, just sees everyone as his enemy, including James. Animaniacs is also the reason you can remember most of the state capitals and U.S. presidents. No, they aren't the same show, but they are very much related. It definitely has a feel to it that the team that worked on one of those shows also worked on the other one as well. Both of them really great shows, though. I mean, it's probably not something that would be taken very well in today's era of television, what have you. But pretty fun. It does remind me very much, though, of some of the cartoons that we had growing up from that era. And the reason why I mention that is just because of how they had jokes that were meant for the kids, but just as much meant for the adults. Like, seems really silly to a kid. Like, you know, look at these guys; they're so goofy. Like, why would they ever do X, Y, and Z? But for the parents, like having a completely different meaning, and it was, you know, kind of nice because, you know, unless the parents were having a really negative reaction to it, the kids wouldn't know any better. Like it could be a very dirty joke, and it would just fly right over every kid's head. And that way, you know, you had a little something in there for everyone, for the kids and for the adults watching shows with their kids. You know, but it does very much remind me of some of the shows and some of the jokes that have been made since then, where the parents are like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe that they had this in a kids show." I'm like, bro, the only reason why your children know that, you know, there's something wrong is because you're tipping them off. They have no idea what you know, what some of these
Did I
things
scare you?
mean.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, so we're gonna do.
It's gotta be somewhere.
We're gonna cut right into that hallway that Laura just ran into. We're going to ignore just about every room in this hotel. That's one. Oh, okay. You missed on that one. That sucked. Exactly. Exactly. Like, I know exactly what you're talking about. I think it's the fingerprints joke, and when the Animaniacs is just like, absolutely not. Yeah, yeah. It just seems like goofy to us, because it just seems like something really silly. And unless you know, somebody's been kind of letting you in on the adult meaning of this kind of stuff, like you won't know any better. Okay, I got a feeling that we're about ready to have some drop frames. Yep. OBS, come on, come on, come back. Sweet. Okay. Um, I think we are back. I just happened to look over. I saw the red square of OBS Doom, and it it was down for like, I think like 1,000 frames, but I think it just successfully reconnected. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Mino. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I wasn't quite sure if it came back. I was looking at, like, it looks like it's back on my end, but I got no idea if you guys are seeing it or not. Okay. we go. It's got the employee elevator key. What we're going to do, to make this as easy as is possible, we're going to go ahead and come on through the hall. Gonna pick up the room key to 202. Kill this mannequin. Grab the apple. Come on through here. We're gonna kill this nurse. Head into the hallway. Unlock the door. And kill this nurse. And okay. I think at this point what we could do is we can get the key to 107. And what we'll do is we'll actually complete this this portion first. Okay, everything's out of our possession. We got the only available option for navigating this elevator, and we're just gonna go ahead and walk on out. Pop this. Okay, let's see if I remember this one. And again, I will allow for these skips, but no glitch based. No glitch based skips. Just kind of if you remember the code, you're allowed to use it. Not today. Turn the wheel twice. Turn the wheel a third time. Boom. Take this valve with us. Open up the door. Okay. Pick this one up here. Okay. Let's go get our stuffs back. And from here, we're able to take that outdoor shortcut. Up through here. We may have to kill one or two of these enemies all over again. Oh, nice. Oh, not nice. Okay. Run for the gazebo. Pick up the fireplace key. Run away from the lying figure over there. Now, if we did this right, we wouldn't have triggered the mannequin, so that's looking good. The nurse is over there just chilling. We're going to leave them alone. Pop back out here. And head back towards the third floor. Okay, I'm going to pop through here. Da, 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 da. Okay, we're gonna try to do this without having to kill this enemy. No guarantee it's gonna work though. So usually we have to do this in two parts. First is that we have to open this access way, and we hit it once. Run away from this enemy just a little bit. Okay, 2, 3. And step through. Boom. It actually went smoother than I thought it was going to. Okay, come on through here. There may be one lying figure that tries to ambush us, but we're just going to go ahead and say hi and say bye to it. Run down the steps. Looks like that nurse is still down, so don't have to worry about them. We're going to go right across. And I think we have like 1 or 2 enemies we got to kill up here. Yeah. This one. Plus this one. Enter this area. We got the mirror shard, and then we get to put everything together. So, let's see here. And this, I could never remember like what's supposed to go where. So I'm hoping that that I'm actually interpreting all these correctly. Okay, place that there. Okay, that was actually smoother than I was anticipating it to be. Okay, now we have all 3 of the figurines. Let's hit the music box. We're gonna say hi to our creepy crawly friends here. And we're gonna say bye to our creepy crawly friends here. Okay, use the key here. Okay, let's see. That looks right. That looks right. looks right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1. And play it. I do like how they kind of incorporate the lore of each of those fairy tales into the answers for how many times you got to wind up each doll or each figurine, I should say. So Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, wind it 7 times. I don't really know the lore behind. Behind the Little Mermaid, but it was the love of 5 that brings her back home. So you do 5 turns, and for Cinderella, starts out with 2 shoes or 2 slippers, and then loses one of them. So the remaining one is kind of what gets things going to bring that fairy tale princess back home. So interesting enough that we have to wait until James sits down for us to be able to actually skip that scene. No idea why. Okay. And here we could go exploring and scavenging for more stuff, but at this point in the game, no real advantage for us to do so. And I'm saying this knowing full well that based off of our attack time and recoil, like our recovery time, we're probably going to take a few hits from Pyramid Head. So we should have enough stuff to be able to heal with. Okay, so we go through here. Go through this room, which led us into the reading room. And it's gonna spit us out right across from the cloakroom and the hall. So want to go through the hall, go straight across. This happens to be one of the most camouflaged ways to move through this this map. Like literally with the lighting and everything, it's so hard to see that there's actually a spot for you to climb up over there. Even the shreds of white cloth kind of blend in with everything else. Like it doesn't stand out enough for you to be like, oh, that's where I gotta go next. Okay. So then you can't run because of the waist deep water, but we can quick step through this area. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Hang left, go through the liquor room that's down here. Interestingly enough, this is kind of similar to the OG. Like at this point, like when you're going into this this flooded area and going to this stairwell where we're going to meet Angela, it's a lot like going through the charred remains of the employee section. Like you go through a flooded basement and everything. Gotta go through the manager's office here. Yeah, you go through, I think, one flooded portion of the basement. You have to kill, I think, maybe 2-3 enemies. Get to the stairwell, see Angela, and then go through the remainder of the ruins of the employee section. And just like with the employee section in the OG, just like in the employee section of the OG, though, you gotta head towards like the manager's office, security office kind of place. Okay, that was actually much smoother than I thought it was gonna be. Okay. I was kind of expecting us to have to... Okay, James. Don't want to celebrate, dude. I thought we were gonna have to go through way more rounds of healing there.
What do you want, James?
And as much as I want to listen to Mary's monologue here, yeah, no, we're just gonna go run straight through.
Damn flowers. Just go home already.
I think with everything we've done in this this run,
I'm disgusting.
we have enough points to get the leave ending, regardless of whether we let Mary finish this conversation. Normally, I'd say let's listen to it or what have you. It is a very, very well done monologue, very insightful monologue. But for the sake of time, we're gonna go ahead and just run right through it.
I'll be dead soon anyway.
I will say though that if you've never had a chance to listen to the whole thing, highly recommend it. Highly recommend it.
Nice profit off of me. Why are you still here? I told you to go. Are you deaf?
So, one thing I have to always kind of laugh about with this final staircase is in the OG, it really is like one huge staircase, and there's like one portion of it that'll fall away as soon as you reach the top of it. Here in the remake, it doesn't happen that way because you actually have to climb a ladder. But it's always so funny to me to see the stairway fall away from behind you, kind of letting you know there's no going back. Like definitively, there is no going back. What's up? Come on down. Cool. That went a lot smoother than what I thought it would. Yo! And we got the leave ending.
Mary.
Hey, handsome.
We're gonna skip this. And let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay. So we got the leave ending, 2 hours 55 minutes total playtime, 39 consumables picked up, 4 notes picked up. Try to open up 16 locked doors because yours truly is clumsy, and it actually counts. Like if you try to open up a door without first engaging the bolt, that counts towards your attempts to open up a locked door. So it would actually be less than the 16 count if I could more easily activate the locking mechanism before trying to open up a locked door. Checked out the checked out the map twice. Number of times that we checked out the map was by default. So it defaults to you opening up the map when you get the South Valley or South Vale map across from the flower shop, like when you first walk into Silent Hill. And your second time is when James opens up the map automatically in the labyrinth to let you know that you don't have to pick up a map in the labyrinth. And I think that's really clever for the devs to do that because in the OG you kind of have to just mess around and see if you have a map to realize that wait, James is actually making his own map to navigate. We killed 116. Yo, okay, nice. No shots fired, 5 windows destroyed. All of those windows were just to advance. So I think the first one is climbing out from the tutorial portion of the map. When we hop on out the building and we hear a little bit more of Mary's garbled transmission. There was a second time that we had to break a window in the record store. I know we had to destroy another window pane trying to get the Swan portion in the Otherworld apartments. I know that we had to destroy, I think, one more window pane trying to get into radiology. I can't remember where the fifth window was. And that actually kind of bothers me a little bit. But only 5 windows destroyed, 32 healing items used. We died twice to Pyramid Head in the courtyard. Not happy about that, but we'll take it. 56 dodges performed, not bad. 116 enemies though, so very much doable if we're gonna do the Angela run. I just hope that that when we do, I don't get carried away with trying to clear a path because some of the easiest pathways to get from point A to point B are actually hidden in shadow. Which, since we're not going to be able to use our flashlight for a majority of the game, there's only like 2 levels in the labyrinth where we can use our flashlight, and doing the combination lock up on the 3rd floor of the hospital in Otherworld. The easiest thing for us to do is to follow that light path that's going to bring us pretty close to a lot of enemies. Using our flashlight during this run really helped us take paths that helped us avoid a ton of enemies. So we'll see. But I will say that I'm happy to see that it's less than the 150 that we were kind of setting for ourselves. But yeah, it'll be interesting to kind of see how much time it'll take to complete this game with James just walking instead of running around. But I'm definitely hoping that even with that condition, we might be able to beat this remake quicker than I can beat the original. That being said, I know that I definitely am going to be doing a run in the original Silent Hill 2. Whether we do that on stream or off stream remains to be seen. But essentially, what's going to happen is we're going to take that gameplay footage, and we're going to try to run it as a quote unquote ghost video. So, in one, the way that I want to set this up is to have one pane, just playing that older footage, and in the right pane, having my actual live playthrough of Silent Hill 2 Remake, and kind of seeing if there's a chance that we might either finish about the same time, or if we're able to actually beat the original Silent Hill 2 footage and what have you, if that makes sense. But I don't know. Like, I think it'd be a very interesting challenge, as well as an interesting kind of playthrough. Because I mean, the remake does add a lot of content for somebody to dive into. But if you cut out a lot of the extras, I mean, you can see, like, with how much we cut away, 3 hours of actual playtime. That's not bad. And of course, if we add in the cutscenes, that's going to add a little bit more to it. So it's going to skew things to favor the original Silent Hill 2 being completed quicker than this. But at the same time, you know, if we keep up with our technical like steps and what have you, to beat this game, we might actually do it in such a way that we beat the original, or beat our time to complete the original versus the remake. Sorry, I just kind of got a little distracted because I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I think the only time that we may have to allow quote unquote Pyramid Head James to run around is during the Eddie fight, because the way that Eddie moves in the freezer, I don't know that you could actually walk up to him and land any melee hits. Like, you'd have to pretty much sneak up on him when he's trying to shoot at you and like dodge towards him, which is totally doable, but very hard to set up. I'm trying to think if there's any other fight that oh, there is Abstract Daddy boss sequences. We might have to allow for James to be able to run during any boss sequence, actually, because trying to outpace Pyramid Head in the courtyard is terrifyingly difficult to do if you're not running. So we may have to remodel it so that, or revise it so that James can't run during the regular gameplay, but can run during boss sequences, and of course during the chase sequence underneath the hospital. But pretty much it's going to be one of those, you know, we'll run when we absolutely have to, but we'll walk through most of the game to kind of keep it that quote unquote Pyramid Head style of walking through the different dungeons. But yeah, that's Silent Hill 2 Remake. I think that was actually a pretty decent run. Was not expecting to be finished at this time though. That being said, I think we're gonna go ahead and call quits on stream. I will try to be back tomorrow if my if my schedule allows. I know that just sounds horrible, but I know I've got to get a few things done before this work week rolls around. So I'll be working, I think, Monday through Wednesday, and then like Friday, and then I have Thursday off as well as Saturday and Sunday off. But I got to get a few things done, especially since thinking about going for a new job. And by thinking about going for a new job, I mean, you know, we're definitely looking for a new job. We're just being kind of selective about how we go about it. Part of me just wants to go ahead and just send out mass applications, but at the same time, I'm kind of afraid of what that's going to do for the different types of offers that I might have as far as interviews. I'm not gonna be arrogant enough to say that I'll get offers lined up, but I definitely am well aware that I may have like a stack of interviews to go into. So at least that's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, y'all make sure you have yourselves a beautiful time zone no matter where you are. Thank you so much for joining me this evening for this speed run of Silent Hill 2 remake, and I will see you around the platform. Thank you all so much, and you just make sure you have yourself a great weekend. Take care, y'all.